here we go again. Talking now about basic patterns for rendering. And these again are not strokes, they're more like ideas. Okay, we're going to use this stroke. And overlap that pattern. Okay, this gives you an idea of atmosphere. I'll show you what I mean with number 2. When you compare 1 with 2, you get this idea that whatever these things are, you're seeing them pretty much up close. And whatever these things are, you're seeing them at a distance, because here the connection or the overlap is very well defined, and here there's a separation. In terms of the way you interpret reality when you're looking out at nature, this suggests that there is atmosphere interposing between these two things, whether they are hills or foliage, whatever it is. And as a person who works in ink, you don't have to know what these things are right now. They're just abstract ideas. But you do have to know those abstract ideas, because that's the language that you're using. So those are the atmospheric ones. Now, how about an idea of highlight? Same stroke and same initial pattern, but now let's go the other way. We're putting the hard edges on the outside of the design and the soft edges or the tonal areas on the inside. And that communicates to your mind unconsciously that whatever it is that you're looking at is actually going like this across a surface, but that light is fading the middle part. It's a highlight. The opposite of that would be a core shadow if this were like this. Okay, so let's race through this. Let's get number 4. Using the same patterns from here, just reversing them, we can communicate the idea of a rift. In other words, a surface that's discontinuous. Okay, here the idea is that you got like a hill and a valley, and then another hill, and this valley separates these two hills. This one you're familiar with from the other video. This is glaze. It's just these more or less parallel dead lines. And the last one you're also familiar with. It's scroll. So these are ideas. Let's say we have time. If you put these lines running perpendicular to the plane, for some reason it communicates, again, it communicates to your mind, it suggests to your unconscious that these lines are perpendicular to a surface plane. So it gives the idea of a shiny surface. If you put something on that surface and you put these little lines underneath it, it will give the idea, the impression of reflection. If you put them going along the surface plane, it will give you the idea of a sheen, a highly polished surface, but not a reflection, like glass, for example, or a mirror. Let's say you have a circle like that. Now these are some examples of how these ideas are used, right? So remember up here, this is what we're doing now. Okay, so that could be a marble, it could be a head of hair with your manga halo showing the highlight. Let's say you had something like that. I'm just getting the impression, it doesn't really matter how I do it, what stroke I use. I got the tone on this side, the tone and the light on this side, the tone and the light on this side, and here I have a rift. So what could that be? That could be anything. That could be something, let's say something's breaking. Little pieces are shooting out of it. It doesn't matter. It's an abstract idea, but now you're concretizing it by giving it a context. That's what these 6 patterns are about.